We've all heard the saying, if you want something, go after it relentlessly and never give up. While this advice is well-intended and easy to understand, it often carries a hidden weight, a pressure we unknowingly place on ourselves. But what if I told you there's another way? A path that doesn't demand you to constantly fight and control everything. This is where the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a fresh perspective. Instead of pushing life to bend to your will, Stoicism invites us to flow with life. Take a moment and reflect. How many times have you tried to control every detail, pouring your heart and soul into a job or relationship, only to feel things slipping further out of control the harder you pushed? It's exhausting, isn't it? Physically draining, emotionally overwhelming, and worst of all, it leaves behind feelings of insecurity, failure, and disappointment. But here's the thing, it's not because you're not good enough. It's not because life is against you. Sometimes it's simply because you're forcing things too much, forgetting that life, like a river, flows best when left to its natural course. Now, let's be real. Letting go is hard, especially in a world that constantly tells us to hustle, to achieve, to chase after the next big thing. But the truth is, when you stop trying to control every single detail, you start to discover the beauty of life unfolding in unexpected ways. You stop fighting the current, and suddenly, life becomes lighter. You become lighter. Today, I'm going to show you 10 powerful methods rooted in Stoicism that will help you do exactly that. These methods won't just reduce your stress or calm your mind. They'll help you find joy in the smallest, most overlooked moments of life. By the end of this video, you'll see how freeing it is to live without constantly forcing things, and you'll finally understand what it means to let life flow. But before we dive in, I have a small challenge for you. Watch this video all the way through. Don't skip any part. Really absorb it. And then, apply what you learned for just 1 week. After that, I want you to come back here and share how your life has changed. Drop a comment below saying, "Go with the flow," so I know you're ready to embark on this journey with me. The wisdom of Stoicism has the power to change your life, and your journey of self-discovery starts right now. Get ready to experience a lighter, more meaningful way of living. Number 1. Live fully in the present. Worried? Your to-do list isn't going anywhere. Enjoy the moment. One of the core teachings of Stoic philosophy is the art of living fully in the present. It's a practice that not only brings peace, but also helps us discover true happiness. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest philosophers, once said, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." Think about that for a second. Time is finite and precious. The future? Uncertain. The past? Already gone. What we truly have is this moment, right here, right now. Living fully in the present means embracing what's happening right now, experiencing it deeply without letting your mind wander to the past or the future. Imagine sitting beneath an ancient tree, listening to the birds, feeling the soft breeze against your skin. In that moment, nothing else matters. Not tomorrow's deadlines, not yesterday's worries, just the simple beauty of that experience. But let me ask you this. How many moments have you missed because your mind was somewhere else? Have you ever sat with a loved one, but instead of enjoying their company, you were lost in thought, worrying about things that weren't even happening? We do this all the time, missing the little joys because we're too caught up in everything except the present. By grounding yourself in the present moment, not only do you bring more peace and joy into your own life, but you also radiate that calm to everyone around you. So, how do you live fully in the present? Start by asking yourself 2 simple but powerful questions. What is happening right now? And how can I savor this moment? These questions will pull you out of distractions and draw you back into the present. Whether you're eating, working, or simply breathing, pay attention. Notice the small details you usually overlook: the taste of your food, the sound of your surroundings, the feeling of your breath. Make it a daily practice. Set aside a few minutes each day for mindfulness. Meditate, clear your mind, and return to yourself. Release the worries and stresses that pull you away from now, and just be. The present moment is all we ever really have. Don't let it slip away. Number 2, understand the impermanence of life, stuck in a rut. Don't worry, it's just life doing its thing. Life is in a constant state of change. Nothing stays the same forever, and this realization, though unsettling at times, is a powerful truth. The ancient philosopher Heraclitus once said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man." This quote beautifully captures the essence of impermanence. Everything is constantly transforming. We often wish for stability, craving for the good moments to last forever, or dreading the painful ones, hoping they'll never come. But can we really stop the flow of time or resist the natural changes in life? No, because impermanence is not just an idea. It's the very nature of existence. Think about it. Have you ever tried to hold on to a moment of joy, only to watch it slip away? Or perhaps you felt trapped in sadness, wondering when it would end, only to realize later that it passed, just like all emotions do. Whether it's happiness or sorrow, excitement or fear, everything fades in time. And instead of fearing this, understanding it helps us appreciate the present moments for what they truly are, fleeting but precious. Consider the changing seasons. Spring brings new life, summer bursts with energy, autumn soothes with its gentleness, and winter quietly prepares the earth for rebirth. Our lives follow a similar rhythm. Each stage brings its own beauty, challenges, and lessons. When we understand that change is a natural part of life, we become more resilient. We stop resisting and start flowing with life. Now, I want you to imagine this. The next time you face a challenge, instead of panicking or worrying, remind yourself that this moment too will pass. When we embrace impermanence, we become stronger, more patient, and more at peace with the ebbs and flows of life. Impermanence also teaches us gratitude. When you realize that everything is temporary, you start to cherish the little things: the warm cup of coffee in your hand, the laughter of a loved one, the quiet moments at the end of the day. So, let me ask you, what can you be grateful for today? Even the smallest things in your daily life become treasures when you recognize their impermanence. Living harmoniously with this truth means practicing acceptance. Stoic philosophy encourages us to accept that not everything is within our control. Some things happen for reasons we may never fully understand, but by accepting this, we find a sense of relief. We stop fighting against life and instead find peace in flowing with it. As we move to the next lesson, keep this in mind. Impermanence doesn't make life less meaningful. It makes it richer. Number 3, acceptance. It's not surrender, it's just smarter. Acceptance isn't about surrendering or giving up. It's about strength, the inner strength to face every situation with calmness and clarity. One of the great Stoic philosophers, Epictetus, once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." And that's where the real power of acceptance lies, in how we respond. Think back to a time when you faced a difficult situation. Maybe it was the loss of a job, a relationship that ended, or even a serious illness. Our natural instinct is to resist. We deny, we fight, we struggle to change reality. But let me ask you something. What would happen if you stopped resisting and started accepting? Acceptance doesn't mean surrender. It's not about giving up. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about recognizing the reality of a situation and finding a wiser, clearer way to face it. When you accept something, you stop wasting your energy on what you can't control and instead focus on what you can. It's a shift in mindset that can transform how you approach every challenge. Imagine this. A job opportunity you've been dreaming of doesn't come through. Naturally, you feel disappointed. But what if, instead of letting that disappointment consume you, you accept that it's part of your journey? Acceptance allows you to see things more clearly. You can realign your goals and keep searching for new opportunities without the emotional burden of frustration or regret. Acceptance doesn't weaken you. It makes you more resilient and flexible in the face of life's inevitable changes. It brings a deep sense of inner peace because it keeps you from being caught in a whirlwind of negative emotions, anger, anxiety, and fear. Think about how much energy we waste trying to change things we have no control over. What if you let go of that? What if you accepted things as they are instead of how you wish them to be? Wouldn't you find more ease, more serenity within yourself? Acceptance isn't passive. It's a conscious, powerful choice. It's choosing to live more fully, with less stress and less dissatisfaction. It's how we learn to harmonize with life rather than fight against it. With acceptance, you can face any challenge, any difficulty, with a calm mind and a steady heart without getting swept up in the storm of frustration. Challenge yourself. The next time life throws you a curveball, ask yourself, can I accept this? You'll find that the power of acceptance doesn't just make life easier, it transforms it. Number 4, learn to let go. Clinging to problems. Drop them like a bad Wi-Fi signal. Learning to let go is one of the core principles of Stoic philosophy, a philosophy that teaches us how to live in peace and contentment. But letting go doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It means understanding and accepting that some things in life are simply beyond our control. Imagine you're holding a hot stone in your hand. You know that if you keep holding on, it will burn you. But if you let go, you'll immediately feel lighter, relieved, and free from pain. Life works the same way. There are pains, disappointments, and frustrations we cling to, and it's only when we let go that we truly find peace. Ask yourself, why do we hold on to sadness, anger, or regret? These emotions only weigh us down, preventing us from living fully and finding true happiness. Marcus Aurelius, the famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When we let go of unnecessary burdens, our minds become clearer and our hearts lighter. It's not about abandoning everything. It's about being selective with what we choose to hold on to. Letting go is like tidying up a cluttered room. You remove the things that no longer serve you to make space for what truly matters. It brings clarity, just like a freshly cleaned space feels brighter and more open. You can apply this to many areas of life. Let go of toxic relationships that drain your energy. Let go of unrealistic expectations that leave you disappointed, or let go of worries about the future that are out of your control. What about past mistakes? Many of us hold on to regret, replaying our failures over and over. But if you can learn to forgive yourself and let go of the past, you create room for growth and better opportunities. Ask yourself, what is stopping me from living a happy, meaningful life right now? What could you let go of today that would make space for something better? Learning to let go isn't easy. It takes time, reflection, and patience, but in the end, it leads to true freedom. Letting go isn't giving up. It's about accepting what is and appreciating what you have here and now. Do you agree with this perspective? If you do, don't forget to like the video. If you have a different view, Drop a comment below. Let's start a conversation. Now let's move on to the next lesson. Number 5. Practice mindfulness. Focus like a cat, staring at a laser pointer. Mindfulness is about more than just paying attention to what's happening around you. It's about becoming deeply aware of your own emotions and thoughts without judgment or distraction. When we practice mindfulness, we learn to live fully in the present, reducing stress and anxiety and creating space for peace and satisfaction in our lives. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote emphasizes a profound truth. Mindfulness allows us to control our mind, which is far more important than trying to control external circumstances that are out of our reach. Imagine this. You've had a stressful day at work. You come home and your mind is swirling with thoughts about deadlines, family obligations, and personal challenges. Instead of letting these overwhelming thoughts control you, take a few minutes to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and practice mindfulness. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to feel more at peace? Mindfulness not only helps to relieve stress, but also brings a sense of clarity and calmness. It sharpens our awareness, allowing us to see situations for what they truly are without being clouded by emotions or external noise. When you face difficulties, ask yourself, can I control this? If the answer is no, it's time to let go. As Epictetus wisely said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Practicing mindfulness isn't easy. It takes time and patience, but the benefits are immense. You can start small with simple exercises like deep breathing. Focus on each breath. Feel the air entering and leaving your body. And as you do, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What thoughts are running through my mind, and why? These questions will help you become more aware of yourself and your surroundings. You'll begin to free yourself from unnecessary worries about the past or future, and instead feel more grounded in the present moment. We've made it halfway through our journey today, and I want to thank you for being here. Your presence shows that you're ready to live more wisely and to build a life filled with peace and fulfillment. If you found this video valuable, please hit the subscribe button and share it with your loved ones and friends. Your support means the world to me and keeps me motivated to share these important lessons. Now, let's continue our journey of discovery. Number 6. Use silence effectively. In today's fast-paced world, where noise and chaos surround us constantly, the power of silence is often overlooked. But to a Stoic philosopher, silence is more than just the absence of sound. It's an art, a tool for controlling the mind and emotions. When we embrace silence, we don't just hear the world around us. We hear the whispers of our soul. In silence, we begin to understand ourselves more deeply and see life with clarity and wisdom. Have you ever noticed how silence can bring answers to your most difficult questions? How can it bring peace when anxiety and pressure weigh you down? When was the last time you were truly silent, not just externally, but internally too? When was the last time you stopped everything and listened to what your heart was trying to tell you? Silence has transformative power, especially in moments of conflict. Imagine this. In a heated argument, instead of reacting with anger or impulsive words, you take a step back. You pause. In that silence, you gain perspective, and when you finally respond, your words are calm, measured, and wise. Epictetus once advised, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." When we listen more than we speak, we create space for understanding, both of ourselves and others. We connect more genuinely, not just through words, but through presence. Ask yourself, When was the last time you embraced silence? What did you discover in those quiet moments? Silence isn't just about holding your tongue. It's about going beyond the surface, reaching the deeper layers of your soul, and finding peace in the stillness. It's in those silent moments that we often find our greatest insights, our most profound wisdom. Silence, in essence, is the most powerful voice of self-control, reflection, and understanding. So, we're curious. When was the last time you let silence speak to you? Did you uncover a new understanding about yourself or the world around you? Share your experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear the stories and wisdom you've gained from your moments of silence. Number 7. Enjoy the journey, not just the outcome. Chill, life's not a race. Even turtles enjoy the scenery. In Stoic philosophy, we are reminded that the true value of life lies not in the final destination or achievement, but in the journey itself. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. The peak may be your ultimate goal, but it's the steps you take along the way that truly matter. As you climb, you meet new friends, learn from the challenges you face, and take in the breathtaking views around you. If you focus solely on reaching the summit, you'll miss out on all these precious experiences. So the question is, can you find happiness not just in reaching the peak, but in every step of the climb? Too often in life we become obsessed with results, and in doing so, we forget that the real beauty lies in the process of getting there. The experiences, the challenges, the setbacks, these are the moments where we truly learn and grow. When we fixate on the end result, we put ourselves under unnecessary pressure, setting ourselves up for disappointment if things don't go exactly as planned. But if we learn to embrace each step, every twist and turn, life becomes lighter, richer, and more meaningful. Ask yourself, can you find joy in your daily tasks, no matter how small? Whether it's your morning routine, a work project, or even a simple conversation, what if you started to enjoy the process instead of racing toward the finish line? When you shift your focus from the outcome to the journey, you'll discover that every moment holds value. Enjoying the journey doesn't mean you have no goals or don't care about results. It means you're living in the present, focusing on how you approach each task and cherishing the small victories along the way. Life is made up of countless little moments, and each one is worth savoring. Take a moment to reflect. Are you living just for the end result, or are you fully appreciating the journey? The secret to a fulfilling life lies not in the finish line, but in how you run the race. Now that we've explored the joy in the journey, it's time to move on to our next lesson, the profound value of simplicity. Let's dive in. Number 8. Find joy in the simplest things. Have you ever noticed how children can find pure joy in the simplest things? A falling leaf, a gentle breeze, or a warm hug from their parents. Their innocent hearts, untouched by life's stresses, remind us of a truth we often forget as adults, that happiness isn't found in grand achievements, but in the present moment and the simplest pleasures. In our relentless pursuit of luxury, material wealth, and lofty goals, we often lose sight of this. We chase after things, believing they'll bring us happiness, only to feel empty when we finally achieve them. But Stoic philosophy teaches us that true joy isn't in distant dreams or material possessions. It lies in the small, everyday moments that surround us, if only we take the time to notice them. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." When we stop chasing after things that feel far away and start appreciating each moment, we realize that joy is always within our reach. Have you ever asked yourself, what small things bring you joy each day? It could be the warmth of the sun on your face, the first sip of coffee in the morning, or a heartfelt conversation with a friend. These are the moments that make life rich and meaningful. Stoicism also teaches us that by finding joy in the simplest things, we not only enrich our own lives, but also build better relationships. When we appreciate what we have, we become less envious, less driven by comparison, and more content with ourselves. This contentment flows into our relationships, bringing harmony with those around us. Take a moment each day to pause, breathe deeply, and notice the small yet meaningful things around you. A great meal, a good book, or quiet time with loved ones. These moments, often overlooked, hold the secret to a happy and fulfilling life. Remember, the richest person isn't the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. And through this, you'll also learn one of the greatest lessons of all: gratitude. Now, let's continue our journey to the next lesson. Number 9. The art of gratitude. As we move on to our next lesson, let's explore the art of gratitude, a concept that goes far beyond merely saying thank you. It's a profound state of mind, a way of life that encourages us to pause, reflect, and recognize the many good things we often overlook. These small blessings can bring us immense joy if we take the time to appreciate them. Marcus Aurelius, the wise Stoic philosopher, once said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This advice serves as a gentle reminder that true happiness doesn't come from achieving grand milestones, but from recognizing and cherishing the simple gifts life has to offer. Have you ever felt overwhelmed or stressed? In those moments, try asking yourself, what am I grateful for today? This simple question can shift your perspective, allowing you to find joy in the ordinary. Consider the inspiring story of Viktor Frankl, a psychologist who endured the horrors of the Auschwitz concentration camp. In the darkest of times, Frankl found reasons to be grateful, even for the smallest acts of kindness among fellow prisoners. His gratitude became a lifeline, helping him maintain hope and spirit amid the most severe trials of life. Now, think about your own life. What can you find to be grateful for right now? Perhaps it's the laughter of a good friend, a job that brings you joy, or even the gift of good health. By cultivating gratitude, you not only enrich your own life, but also strengthen your soul, fostering a sense of peace and contentment. Gratitude isn't something distant or difficult to achieve, it's always within reach. If we just take a moment to pause, reflect, and appreciate the good things around us, we unlock the potential for greater joy. As the teachings of the Stoic philosophers suggest, let gratitude be your guiding principle, leading you toward a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Now, let's move on to our final lesson. Number 10. Appreciate solitude. Solitude, the state of being alone, is often viewed negatively, something many people fear and try to escape. However, for the Stoic philosopher, solitude is not an enemy to be avoided. It is a cherished friend and a valuable opportunity to explore the depths of oneself. In moments of solitude, we are free from the clamor of the outside world and the relentless chase of social pressures and expectations. Instead, we can tune into our own inner voice, confronting our most authentic thoughts and feelings. When you find yourself alone, how do you truly feel? Do you experience emptiness and insecurity, or do you discover peace and clarity within? Solitude offers us a chance to reflect, reassess our lives, and evaluate our values and goals, helping us uncover what genuinely matters to us. Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." Embracing solitude gives us the space to think deeply, improving the quality of our thoughts and, in turn, enhancing the quality of our lives. When we start to appreciate solitude, we no longer see it as a punishment, but as a precious gift that fosters personal growth and maturity. Make time for yourself. Seek out quiet moments amidst your busy life and listen to your inner voice. Whether it's taking an afternoon walk alone, meditating, or curling up with a favorite book, you'll find that solitude can be a wellspring of inspiration and true peace. Solitude is not an adversary. It's a teacher, a trusted companion that helps us discover our true selves. By being grateful for solitude, we express gratitude for life itself and the chance to understand and develop who we are. In our journey toward happiness and meaning, many people often confuse effort with force. They forget that sometimes letting go is the key to unlocking true freedom and peace. Stoicism teaches us that not forcing things to align with our desires doesn't equate to giving up on our dreams or ambitions. Rather, it's about learning to live in harmony with nature, with ourselves, and with life itself. Take a moment to look at your life and realize that not everything needs to be controlled. Spend time enjoying each moment, embracing impermanence, and acknowledging that some things lie beyond your reach. When you stop trying to force life into submission and begin to live more naturally, you'll find that clarity and ease come in their own time. Remember, joy and happiness are not distant destinations. They are found in each step you take, woven into the fabric of acceptance and a deep understanding of life's essence. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. Your presence here indicates your readiness to embrace the teachings of Stoicism. If you found value in this content, please like this video and share it with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Let the philosophy of Stoicism guide you as you strive to live a full, meaningful, and peaceful life. And when you return, we'd love to hear your story. I'm always here to listen. So remember, don't force anything in your life. Allow things to unfold naturally and discover joy in each present moment. See you in the next video.